If you've been waiting for a less expensive, no hub required, color changing smart bulb, your wait might just be over. Many of you over the years have emailed me and made comments on the videos and said, why are these color changing bulbs so expensive? Philips Hue traditionally, and even the LifeX products, the top end of those tiers for the individual bulbs when you add them on to say an existing system, are about $60 each. And most people are like, I'm not paying $60 for a light bulb, that's ridiculous. One company or a startup company decided to tackle that very issue over a year ago, and they came up on my radar, and of course I backed them on Indiegogo. Now they have been a little bit delayed, actually a lot delayed. They were supposed to ship last summer, but finally the product showed up yesterday. This is the Qube, it's Q-U-B-E. I actually featured them in what was new with smart lighting, and let's go ahead and open it up. I have seen this in the wild in terms of it was at CES, so I know what it looks like. It's a good looking bulb if it's the same as the production model. I'm just gonna open this up here. So here is the box. I'm not even, oh, I'm showing you there's nothing, it's just packaging. Well, that's not perfect. There we go. Let's look, the grand reveal, the grand reveal. There we go, there is the Qube smart bulb. And it's your pretty standard looking LED smart bulb. So let's go ahead and skip ahead, move forward and turn it on and get started. It'll flash a couple different colors saying that it is ready to go and to be associated with the app, which you have to set up an account at the very beginning before you can even start this process, which I'm not a big fan of, but it does let you control the bulb from outside your home and probably save some settings to their servers. So anyways, we'll name the new house, the new home, and then we will go in and start actually adding rooms so that then we can associate the bulb or bulbs with individual rooms. It allows you to group them together and control them if you have more than one, and do all kinds of fun things with it. So now we'll go ahead and add the bulb. It'll scan the Wi-Fi network, and then we will associate the bulb with it. And then we'll have to associate the Wi-Fi network with the bulb itself so that it can kind of independently operate, and also operate when you are away from your home's Wi-Fi network. So we'll nominate, kind of a weird word, but we'll nominate cup and string, my good old Wi-Fi network, and press done. And here we are controlling the Qube 1. And you can turn it on and off with that quick little button there. The interface is strangely familiar to me. I won't say what it looks like, but it looks like another manufacturer's, somewhat like another manufacturer's interface. The dimming is a little bit choppy in person. It looks smoother on video, and sometimes it's hard to grab the little dimming slider. I don't know if that's my phone or the app, but it dims kind of okay to a reasonable low level dimming. And we'll jump through a couple of the colors before I adjust the camera settings so you can see a little bit better of the saturation colors, the saturated colors. There's the color wheel. You can switch over to a control wheel that seems to jump back to full brightness, which is a bug that they need to work on, but you can jump from warm down to or up to cool whites as well, and kind of everything in between. We'll jump back to colors. You'll see this a little bit. I made a camera adjustment so you can see a little bit better the saturated colors. Here you can see at the edge and at the top, you can see some of the LEDs if you look close enough. This doesn't really affect it if you're shining it at something or if it's under a lampshade, so don't worry too much about that. Now we're going to jump into moods, which are scenes basically. I'm just creating a second one here. I'm just going to call it red, set it to red, and I'm going to bring the brightness down a little bit so it looks better on camera, and I'll hit done. And then you can smoothly jump between a number of these scenes that can have a number of different bulbs established or set for them, and set those to your heart's content. Then I'm going to jump over to the automations area. They've got schedules and proximity. I'm just going to go into schedules. It's a little bit of a weird interface, only because you can set a start and an end time, which I don't truly understand that. I normally use set a schedule and just set it to do something at a certain time. Proximity is where Bluetooth will detect your presence, and as you walk closer to a bulb or away from it, it'll turn on or turn off. But it won't find my phone as a Bluetooth device, which is kind of weird. So anyhow, I can't really test this, and it still says, please, set up a personal device. So that's a little odd. So as you could see through some of the demos, the overall experience of the app and the bulb itself are a little bit rough around the edges at this point, but I think that's okay. Obviously, I have my own nitpicks with it. The dimming is not perfect. Color selection, the way to select the colors was fine, but the whites was a little bit funky, and the whites weren't perfect on the bulb itself, but these things can be tweaked. The connectivity in terms of on the Wi-Fi, I felt that it could be faster in terms of the response, and also that on I expected it to be a little bit slower and a little bit more laggy on LTE, which it was, but that's fine because it's going way outbound and coming back into my own network here. Anyways, it does what it says it does at this point. For the most part, I think it's okay. It's going to get better. These products all go through revisions, sometimes major revisions software-wise over the coming weeks and months. One major lagging issue at this point is the lack of an iOS app. Qube, you guys have to really get on that, unless it's somewhere that's being held up by Apple. I guess a huge portion of your market is kind of missing at this point. In terms of the physical side, aside from the dimming and issues, I mean, I'm a lighting guy as well, so I tend to look at dimming and low end and all those different things. There wasn't any flicker or anything to be seen, because all the tech is in here so that you're not relying on an external dimmer, so no problem there. You can see the LEDs a little bit through the diffuser. If that's a problem for you, then maybe this isn't the right product, but remember that if you put it under a lampshade, if it's in a recessed can, by the time that the light is a couple inches away, it's diffused. There's no issue. You're not going to see like little points of LED colored light, whether it's in white mode or if it's in one of the colors. And because some of the other products made by other manufacturers have had to go through revisions, I'm talking too fast, to get to perfection in terms of color saturation, it's not an issue here with the Qube Smart Bulb. They've got perfect color saturation, they look great, and they looked pretty good actually even when dimmed pretty low. So that part's good. I actually think it's a refreshing design as well in terms of the kind of dark charcoal gray of the shell and the heatsink here, instead of just being a plain white bulb. So this could actually fit in nicely if that's your style and you want something that looks a little bit different. I think, good job, guys. As far as not just design, but the mechanical side, the electrical side, it's available in worldwide voltages, in worldwide bases for E26, E27, and B22. I believe that's all on their website. So you can get this now through their website, qube-smarthome.com, and also through Amazon. I'm going to say that this is a pretty good product at this point. I'm not going to say it's outstanding. I'm not going to say it's, oh my goodness, amazing, but it does what it says it's supposed to do. They broke the price barrier. If you've been waiting for, just like I said, if you've been waiting for a product like this that's cheaper, doesn't require a starter kit or a hub, this may be the one for you. It's a pretty good product, and I'm glad to see that the market has responded to everyone's demands and someone has actually done it. Otherwise, that's it. I'll be back with a longer review. We'll take a look at comparisons. We'll take a look at the light strip once that launches this summer. And otherwise, it's on sale. It's 29 bucks. I think you can't beat it for what it is at this point, and it'll get better over time. Smarter Home Life is made possible in part by kind, wonderful, amazing viewers just like you. Learn how you can help keep the show going strong through 2017 and beyond at supportshl.com. And I'm Joe DeGanzik, reminding you to make your home just a little bit smarter every single day. See you next time.